What's up, DCS Crew? It is Thursday, July 2nd, and holy crap, what a good time for a throwback. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about what's in my pocket today. This is actually the first good knife that was in my collection, and ironically, this is a knife that is actually the first American-made knife that I ever had, and that is the Kershaw Blur. Now, something really special about this particular Kershaw Blur, and I'll talk about it right now, but before that, I'll go ahead and just discuss a little bit about the model. This is a very hard to find model. This is one that's been heavily used since I've gotten it. I think I got it back in like 2015. This is a Ken Onion design. This is model 1670 T BLK BDZ. Wow, that's that makes the ZT model's numbers sound weird, right? Okay, so a little bit about this guy. This is a Stonewashed Tonto version of the Kershaw Blur that would typically come out in 14C28N steel. But this version was part of a special lineup that they had that was released in BDZ1 steels. Now, I picked this one up off of a trade actually on Facebook when, knife trading was still not very, very big. And somebody actually traded me a CRKT Graham Razel. Just between us, it's a cool looking knife, but it ended up being a real piece of crap. So it was new in box, and the guy's like, hey man, I got a brand new Kershaw Blur, are you interested? And I'm like, all right, cool. I was into Tontos back then, and I'm like, all right, I'll go ahead and pick it up. So I didn't realize it was USA made. I'm like, okay, cool, nice. And it has stuck with me ever since. This has been my mule. This has seen some shit, guys. I gotta tell you. In fact, I gotta sharpen it. You can even see on the scales here, like everything is all worn. Even this adhesive that they have on here, that's kind of like a just a rubberized feel here. It's actually starting to detach from this. I can kind of feel it bubble up underneath, but regardless, it hasn't come off. I did make one adjustment to this, and that was I swapped the clip out about 6 months into owning it. I learned about MXG gear, and I picked up this Stonewashed titanium deep carry clip from them, and I have not looked back. That clip has been awesome. This knife has been awesome, and I gotta say, this Ken Onion design, which is one of, I think, maybe two that I've ever owned, this has got to be probably Kershaw's best speed assist model. The Blur, I don't think that there's another speed assist model like it that can even compete with it. I like the fact that, it has so many different, blade steels. It's had, I think if I'm not mistaken, M4, LMAX, BDZ1, 14C28N, S30V, and I'm sure I'm missing a bunch. It's been coated, it's tiger striped, just a standard blade with a light recurve. I think they made a satin blade version. I've always liked Stonewashed blades, and you can't really tell too much on this, but if you look real close, you can probably, you can see it there. I have put some use. This is my bottom bitch. This is the bitch that I can go to and say, hey bitch, I need you to cut some shit. And this guy's like, all right, let's do it. Like, it's the way it is. And it's always been really, really just a quality blade. I've taken it apart, serviced it. In fact, I actually picked up a new speed assist lever from Kershaw, and I am going to go ahead and take this apart and fix the speed assist, because for whatever reason, it has this kind of like clicking sound. Maybe I can do it. Can you hear that? That's just really weird. So in any case, this is my throwback. Let me go ahead and show off a couple of other knives, kind of just as a size comparison in case you're interested in picking up the Blur. This is the Kershaw Knives Bare Knuckle in 20 CV steel. Got another Kershaw here. This is the Kershaw Atmos in 8CR13 MOV steel, American made, Chinese. Let's see here. Oh, here we got another big boy. This is the Ontario Rat #1. This is the standard bare bones version, I guess, in AUS 8 from Taiwan. And this is the Spyderco UK pen knife in S110V steel, made in Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth. I always thought that was cool as hell. So in any case, that's what we have as far as a knife comparison for you. Now, I gotta say, if you are interested in, you know, maybe venturing out into your first USA made knife, when it comes to, you know, quality and just, you know, the warranty, familiarity, and just something that you'd be able to feel that you're going to get some good value for the price. You really cannot go wrong with the American lineup at Kershaw. Yeah, Kershaw also is part of ZT, and ZT makes some really nice stuff. But the truth is, with the amount of things that they're coming out with in super steels, you know, like say the 20 CV bare knuckle, I mean, you really can't go wrong. Now, they didn't have that stuff back in 2015 when they had this. This was actually in BDZ1, which they didn't know really too much about and how to classify it. I can honestly tell you that from what I've researched about it, it's a very easy to sharpen steel. It takes a very keen edge. It can get very, very, very sharp. It polishes really well. I've used the crap out of this, and believe it or not, if I'm not mistaken, BDZ1 was originally made for safety razors and razor blades for, you know, shaving. So I thought that that was pretty cool that they had used that kind of steel, and then they went ahead and they applied it to here. I've used it on everything. I've gotten it wet. I've you know, just let it like gunk just build up inside, and maybe you can see it. Let me see here. Oh, damn it! Where's my flashlight? Here we go. I mean, there is just gunk inside that thing. Like I said, this thing has been used. This is my bottom bitch right here, and I mean, just a really, really good first Throwback Thursday special right here with the Kershaw knives blur. If you do not have one of these in your collection, you really need to pick one up. Even if it's the basic one in 14C 28N or even just the upgraded version, you guys got to get one. They have gone up a little bit in price, but if you can get a basic one, I can tell you the 14C 28N steel ain't nothing to mess with, man. It's nothing to scoff at. I can tell you right now, they sharpen really well. But if you can get your hands on one of these, I don't know if they made it in a non-tanto blade with BDZ1 steel, which I think is kind of cool. I'm not going to be able to get you know, much money out of this one, not like I was looking to sell it, because this has been a real good user over the years. So if you're looking to get something that's in a stainless steel, you want something that's relatively easy to sharpen, and you can find one of these in the secondary market. Granted, you have to, you know, use a Tonto, but you will not go wrong with this and a deep carry clip. I freaking love this setup, and I highly recommend it. So there it is, guys. That's my Throwback Thursday for the 2nd of July. And just remember, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and sound off in the comments below, or hit me up on Instagram at Daily Carry Solutions. And that's basically it. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope this was a fun little what's in the pocket, a WITP. And just remember, if you EDC, think of DCS. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you next time. Peace.